Welcome to the latest podcast from the Plastic Surgery Journal Club. Each month we review and appraise a journal article from PRS and summarise it for you in this short podcast. The full paper can be obtained from the PRS Journal website.
Hi, this is Dr. Damien Mallucci and Dr. Mark Rahman speaking to you from Sydney, Australia. This is the June 2016 Journal Club podcast. The next paper we looked at was from the June 2016 PRS. This is the evolving concepts of keystone perforator island flaps, principles and perforator anatomy, design modifications, and extended clinical applications. So, Mark, what was this paper about?
This paper was essentially a single institution's review of their experience with the keystone flap. It's a retrospective review. They looked at 42 consecutive flaps in 36 patients, which they did over a 3-year period. And they looked at, they really sort of analysed the types of patients that they'd used them in, the anatomical locations, the conditions for which they'd used them, and also common modifications to the standard technique, which is described that they used.
So, what sort of tips or tricks did they give in this paper?
Well, really, my take-home message from the paper was just how quite a versatile flap it was. I mean, you can see in their results that there's a wide spectrum of anatomical locations over which they use. They use them as single or bilateral keystones in some cases, and use them for both cancer reconstruction, but also non-cancer reconstruction as well. They describe a stepwise approach to the keystone flap in terms of how much of the underlying muscle fascia is released.
Although it was interesting in the discussion paper by Professor Curzon, he loves perforator flaps, and he just says he just goes straight down, right around the fascia.
That's right, he almost says he does them the same way every time.
Every time, straight down through fascia. Boldly going down and then making it move, and he loves them. Yeah. What concerns did people have about the paper?
The paper, I mean, it's essentially a description of a single unit's experience. Some of their results, like looking at measures like length of hospital stay and complication rates, we wondered how meaningful those were given the vast sort of variety of reasons and locations they were used in, but certainly we thought that one of the good things about the paper was it really does hammer home the point that this is a very versatile flap and one that maybe a lot of us don't use very often.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. For more of our podcasts, head to soundcloud.com or subscribe to us on iTunes and search Plastic Surgery Journals. Remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thanks also to the PRS Journal team for their ongoing support.